Welcome to the 2019 Suburban East Conference Music Festival. Please remember that audience members must stay in their seats until the clinician has finished working with the performing ensemble. We also remind you to remain quiet, refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Kurt D. Moss, who serves as professor and chair of the Department of Music and Theater at the University of Northwestern, St. Paul. Please welcome the Park High School Orchestra under the direction of Greg Marquette.
should have announced to you we were only doing 2 of them. Sorry. Just so he has a little more
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so we've abbreviated, but that's good because then I get to have fun working with you a bit more. And I think it's a really well-chosen piece for this group. There's a lot here. So we think of string playing as sometimes it's 2 different instruments. There's our right hand, and for the most part, our right hand is our sound. Our right hand, we could say, is our voice. Our right hand is like the breath is to a singer. It expresses. So there's some things we can do there. Then there's our left hand, which is, of course, our intonation, and also, though, adding to beauty through our vibrato. So I'm going to try to do a little quick thing here with the right hand, and a little quick thing here with the left hand. Maybe you can carry forward just some exercise-type ideas. So first, with our right hand, if you just shake your right hand out for me. Now, the key here, what I want you to do is, as everything's relaxed and shaking, would you make your little finger stiff and straight while the rest of your fingers flop? How's that working? Help me, you're smiling. Help me with your name. Haley's smiling. This is good. This is good. I hope that feels a little awkward and or impossible. Shake it again. Now, this time, I want you to add, make your thumb just as stiff and straight as you can, but let the other 4 fingers flop. How's that working? Any better? Probably not. So the principle here is if there's tension anywhere here in our fingers, then it comes out through our bow and through our sound. One more thing. Let's just go across our body to the right. I'll go this way just so you can see. So across our body to the right with our right arm. Here we go. And then back to the left. And then across to the right. Almost as if you were in a swimming pool. We'll make it a sauna since it's winter. We can use all the warmth we can get. And it's not even frozen. Can you believe it? You don't need your ice skates. What's leading and what's following here? The wrist. Thank you. Help me with your name. Lily. Lily's absolutely right. The wrist leads and the fingers follow. This is similar to what we do with our bow. We want our wrist to lead, our fingers to follow, and we want these knuckles flexible so that we can express. Now, there's lots of things you can do. With other groups, I've done one of my favorite bow strokes is the collé stroke because it gets the knuckles real active and flexible. You're not necessarily going to use that bow stroke per se in any of this repertoire, but the knuckle action would be really helpful for some of us. We got a little tension, and it's coming through in our sound. So principle 1 is continue to refine. As string players, we're always working on expressing our voice. It's nonstop. So just continue to build and develop into this flexibility. Now with the left hand, we've got a good start on vibrato, but it's not quite uniform yet and things. So let's do a fun thing. Could I help me with your name? Sam, could I borrow your instrument? Do you mind? Is that all right? Let's do a little exercise here. We're going to go, the note is G on the D string. Now, one little change, cellos. I'd like you, instead of playing that like in first position with 4th finger, or even a 3rd, it's a little unusual, but play that note with a 3rd finger because we're going to climb up basses. Play the G on the D string, but use your 2nd finger, okay? And here we go. We're going to play a G scale starting on the note G on the D string, but we're only going to use that 1 finger. We're using 3rd finger, we're using 3rd finger, we're using 2nd finger, and it'll kind of go like this. We're just going to climb right up. Here we go. Let's do it together. Ready? Now slide all the way down. That's like a water park slide. Now, when you go up, you'll notice some things, violins and violas, right? So look at what has to move as I ascend. What do you see besides my finger that's moving here? My arm, right? It's connected to the wrist and elbow, and you'll see it kind of swing under. Now look at my thumb. So my thumb's going to actually come under the fingerboard as I ascend upward there. Of course, for cello bass, we're going to run out of room here, so what do? We'll just bring it around on top, and then just keep going so your thumb is right up on top as you would when you're playing in thumb position. One more time, we'll go a little faster. Ready? And here we go. And slide down. Well, I happen to fly quite a bit, and when I'm flying, I usually have a round trip ticket. So if we were to add a round trip ticket here, we might be in a little faster airplane like this. Try it that way. Just release the string, go all the way up and all the way back. We'll go one down and the down and back on the up. Ready, go. And as much as we can keep the shape as we travel, that would be great. Now we're going to do it all on one bow. Here we are. It'll look like this. Go. And what you're looking for are things that might look like this. Well, whoa, what happened? We lost, if it was a railroad track, we'd have a derailment. That would be in the news. So keep those closer. We're going to just release the string all the way up, all the way back. What would happen if we were in a faster airplane that could do 2 round trips in one bow? Show me your turn. Ready? Go. Right. Keeping these around so that this would be a train derailment. This one, they're staying close. My arms swinging under, coming around the top as we go. Let's do 3 in one bow here. I'll let you have some of the fun too. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. Here we are, and 3. Ready, go. 4 in one bow. Ready, set, go. 5 in one bow. You might not make it all the way. That's okay. Just keep this motion going. Release the string. Here you go. Ready, go. Now, if you release, one more time. I'm sorry. I thought I was done with it, but if you don't press down the string at all, you can hear the harmonics. It's kind of cool. So just let your string glide and get a little closer to the bridge. See if you can get 5 in one bow and hear harmonics. 5 on the down bow, 5 on the up bow. Ready, set, go. Now, if it would be so cool to invent a thumb magnet that worked in wood. So if we just invented that magnet right now, I wish I did, I'd patent it. So this stuck right there in the wood, but everything else tried to move. What would that look like and sound like? Here we go. Here's that note G. Engage thumb magnet. Let everything else just flop like crazy right on that harmonic. Let it go. Cello bass, let's let it go from here. Ready? Go. How fast can it go? If that thumb is stuck, go, 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 go. Now, what if you put a magnet on that 3rd finger that we're using to play the G? You got a magnet on your thumb to play the G, but we kept everything else relaxed and we just let that thing go like crazy. Here we go. Ready, set, and go. Okay, thumb is in place. 3rd finger's in place. Go, 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 go. Good. Now here's the note G with vibrato. Ready? It's a starburst vibrato. Mark, set. Okay, so just a few ideas, lots we could do. Love to work with you more. But just a few ideas with the left hand that'll carry forward some things to get some finger flexibility going in the right hand. Then when you come back to a piece like this and you have that beautiful slow movement, you can get that vibrato going. At the beginning with the bow changes, we can get some of the tension out. It'll help make it a little easier for you. So, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Tengata!
Tengata! Kuarango akeo I te reo pohiri e karanga mai nei e. E karanga I hoana ki te motu whanui, piki mai kake mai ra. O e no ai te reo, no ai te mana kua ki te e o e. Ko te rohe tonu ra, te whanganui ata e. Kuarango akeo I te reo pohiri e karanga mai nei e. E karanga I hoana ki te motu whanui, piki mai kake mai ra. No ai te reo, no ai te mana kua ki te e o e. Ko te rohe tonu ra, te whanganui ata e.
again, I'm going to start talking as I'm walking down the stairs because we have such little time. Thank you, choir, for 4 very different pieces, beautifully performed. And it's just great to hear you today. I want to start with harp, right where we just ended. This is one of my favorite pieces, and I've done it I don't even know how many times. But I got to learn it actually with Alice Parker, the arranger, when I was in graduate school. She did a 2-week residency at the University of Cincinnati. And it was a wonderful experience. She's still alive. She's 96 years old, still teaching, still baking her own bread. She's a very vibrant, alive woman. And I would like us to bring a little bit of more vibrancy to this piece. You shake your hands out. Shake them out. Shake them out. Good. Shake them out. Knees here. I'm going to start you, and I just want you to look at each other and sing together. You do this in that.
I hear the harps eternal
Look at each other.
ringing on the farther shore.
Keep looking at each other.
As I near those swollen waters with their deep and solemn roar.
Keep going. Happy? You said it's happier? Is it a happy song? Yes! Good. So if it feels happier, that's good. What else does? Yes, sir.
It's much more easier to get into with the rhythm and stuff.
Yeah, your rhythm was so much better, actually. So often we get in the way as conductors of the rhythm. This is come to Jesus in 3, right? 1, 2, 3. And you just locked right into it. Excellent. What else do you know? Yes, sir.
Connections with other choir members.
Yeah, imagine that, singing with your friends. Kind of fun, huh? I think so often when we're in a choir and there's a conductor, it's just like, okay, it's him and me. And this way, it really felt like it was us. I loved that, okay? By the way, your first piece took me right to New Zealand. It's one of my favorite places in the world. I'm imagining most of you haven't yet been to New Zealand. I hope you go. And let me tell you, it's one of the most beautiful places in the world. But you've really got that sense of the haka down, which is that welcoming dance. Have you ever seen the All Blacks do their haka? Okay, so this is an assignment. You've got to play it in class for them. The All Blacks is the national rugby team of New Zealand. They're the best rugby team in the world, traditionally. They are absolutely, they've won more championships than anybody else from this little teeny-weeny collection of islands. But they start every game with a traditional haka, a welcome greeting and a war chant. And so all of these rugby players get up there and sing and chant together. You got to watch this. It's really amazing. So it has that sense at the beginning. I'd like you to start that again. And again, well, you start it for me because I don't know this piece at all. But I would really, really love for you to just take it a little further. You know what I mean by that?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me tell you that you're too much, that your movement is too alive. Let me tell you you are too interesting. I want you to be don't be so interesting. This is not what we expect at a choir concert, right? So give them the unexpected. That's the number one rule. One of the number one rules of art. Give them the unexpected. Because they're not expecting it. Try it.
Very good.
Let's start with it. Yeah, that's fine. Very beginning is great. Good. Where are you looking? This is an important thing as a soloist. Where are you looking? There. Out to the audience. Call them in. Right.
mo tu whanui, hiki mai ka ke mai ra. O e no wai te reo, no wai te mana kua ki te e o e.
You sing the back.
Ko te rohe tonu ra, ko te rohe tonu ra, te whanga nui ata e. Kua rango ake o i te reo pōhiri e karanga mai nei e. E karanga I ho ana ki te motu whanui, hiki mai ka ke mai ra. No ai te reo, no ai te mana kua ki te e o e. Ko te rohe tonu ra, ko te rohe tonu ra, te whanganui ata e.
Guess what? Were you more in tune that time or less in tune? More in tune. Again, because you were focused on listening and everything that was happening around you. Once you get to this point in a piece like this, again, I just don't think we're needed. Isn't that amazing? Good work. Where we are needed is in Sesame as a Seal. Everybody go, woo! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah!
Sesame as a seal!
Sesame as a seal!
Good. Sopranos and altos, I don't want you to go into chest voice on this. Okay? So it stays really, really high and open. Beginning. 2. Good. I need seth, me, as. Really even. You know that the altos and the tenors move after the basses and sopranos, right? 2, 3, Now, you notice I started to slow down a little bit? I think we can take even more time there. For love is strong as death. Do you guys know the story of this piece? You do. Yeah, you know where it came from. Did you tell them? Or has somebody?
Oh, it's from the Bible. It's from the Song of Solomon.
No, that's the text. Absolutely, that is what the text is all about. But the story of the song, do you know why he wrote it? Do you know why he wrote it? Okay, this will change it for you. His wife was pregnant, and I think she was in her 32nd or 33rd week of pregnancy, and she had a stillborn baby. She lost the baby. And he was with her all night long in the hospital, and then he went home and sat down and wrote this text as a gift to his wife. To say, I love you, and I'm sorry we've lost this, and I'm sorry we're going through this together. That really changes this text, doesn't it? For love is strong as death. Many waters cannot quench love. Neither can the floods drown it. You see what I'm saying? So I think it can be a little bit more gentle now that you know that story. And I think it can be more intimate. You can really sing it. It's marked mezzo piano at the beginning. Just gently. Will you start again for me? 3. Take some time there. Sing death. Yeah, change with me. Tenors, you got such a great line. Death. Everybody? Can you all support the tenors in that beautiful change one more time? Sing death together. Did you feel how different that was when we were all listening for that beautiful tenor resolution? Thank you so much. It's great to work with you.
Welcome to the 2019 Suburban East Conference Music Festival. Please remember that audience members must remain seated until after the clinician has finished working with the performing ensemble. We also remind you to remain quiet and refrain from using electronic devices and flash photography during the session. Our clinician this year is Dr. Timothy Marr from St. Olaf College. Please welcome the Park High School Wind Ensemble under the direction of Thomas P. Storm.
Good morning, everybody. Congratulations on a nice performance. Now, I don't know, what's been going on in your lives in the last week or so, but I'm willing to guess that you've had more time on the Salcedo than you've had on the Holst. Is that true? Yeah. The Salcedo had a confidence about it and an ownership about it that was palpable. We could feel that out in the audience. And I'm not yelling at you. This is Snow Days Festival. We're all struggling because we haven't been able to rehearse like we thought we were going to be able. But what I'm saying is that grab this approach to the music making that you did with persistence and take it into the Holst. Can you promise me to do that? Because you're a good group. Persistence had just sort of this lockdown security about it. It wasn't perfect, but it was really solidly done. Great excitement at the end, all sorts of good music making going on. The balance was there. And then when we got to the Holst, it was like, oh, okay, we're not quite confident here yet. And so take that level of approach to the Holst as well. The payback will be there for you. That's a standard work of the repertoire. I'd like to spend time working on that one. I've got just a couple of minutes with you. And so let's take the beginning of the Dargazan, okay? And I'll just walk you through some things. Here we go. Good enough? Ready? That's all you get. Who's got it? You and you? Ready? Yeah. Good. So they're going to work on memorizing that solo. We hear this like 50 million times by the time we get done with the movement, right? And you're the first one out of the gate. And so your job is to memorize it so you can have your eyes right up like this, okay? Try that once. Do you got it memorized yet? 2, ready? Yeah. Good. Now the next thing, they need to work on that just a little bit, is to give it some character. Right now it sounds scared, doesn't it? They don't know it well, so they're not, taking risks. Now take risks with it. You hear the energy that can happen in there? I'm talking to all of you because you all get the lick, right? Without rushing. There's something called note grouping where every note after the downbeat is really going up to the next measure already. It has that kind of feel about it. And then this thing will take on a different kind of approach. And so they've just accomplished that. Here we are at letter A. Letter A. And the horns here need, this is sort of crucial that you're really in tune, isn't it? Because it's quite exposed. Letter A, 2, ready, and. Good. And so this is like all of a sudden, here's a bagpipe in the middle of the piece, right? You feel that? Can we hear everybody but the tune at A? Everybody but the tune at A. 2, ready, go. A. Tune it. Good. And these might dee-dum, dee-dum, rather than dee-dum, dee. Okay, try it again. Just those folks. 2, ready, and 1, 2. Good, good. So what I'm doing right now is taking care of the stuff that's not the tune. We tend to think that the tune is almighty and that's what needs to be great. The fine ensembles are the ones that take care of all the stuff underneath as well. Very good. And now let us get into the part where we're 1 to a bar. Okay? What's the number on that one? C. Here we are right on letter C. Letter C. Ready? And C. And. And so we're listening. Sing it out in the euphonium, please. We need this tune. You've got a good sound. We just need a little bit more support. Good. And so the challenge here, and you've been working on already, is that we've got this dim da dum da dum. The Dargazan is still going on, but we have this 3/4 time kind of tune going on, and to let everybody stay together with that. And when the upper winds come in, there's a challenge of not letting it shear apart. Try it one more time, letter C. We got about 20 seconds. Ready, and C, and. Yeah, and then the energy comes back in. You feel that? Now, as you get quieter, you don't get to slow down. Dynamics and tempo are completely divorced from one another, right? Just because it gets louder, it doesn't get faster. Just because it gets slower, because it gets quieter. No, okay? And so we got to be right on top of the pulse on the end. I enjoyed very much being able to hear you perform today. Richard Salcedo would have been quite pleased with what you did with his piece. I'll guarantee you that. Good job.